Hey, what's up, everybody? Here we are back for another week of technical analysis of the three major indexes. As predicted, the market could not stay in this frothy kind of do nothing area for too long, and it made some pretty big moves towards the end of the week last week. First, it made a very bullish move, followed by a very bearish move. So 2 days in a row of pretty strong losses, moving back towards this potential area of support. Now, it is actually really an area of support. We do have three solid touches, but it remains to be seen whether it will actually hit this line of support again or create a new pattern. This coming week will continue to give us answers, but again, I would not be investing right now. I like it when we're bouncing off of a support and we have 2 or 3 days of confirmation of that bounce, and that's a good time to invest. All right, let's take a look at NASDAQ. NASDAQ has a bit of a different story. We don't really have a support. We have arguable support line here because there are two touches here, and there's a touch here and a little breach there. So we do have the makings of a support. To me, it's not a rock solid support area. We had more than an 8% drop from the recent highs to the most recent low. That's a pretty big drop in basically 2 weeks. That's happened on large volume. So it looks like we might get a bounce, but again, this support to me isn't that stable, and it could easily go through, and then we don't have a lot of areas of support going down further. I don't know what will happen. Again, it's a little bit wait and see, maybe only for a couple of days. If it hits support again and bounces off of it with large volume, then it looks like it might be a good time to buy. The NASDAQ has been in this really unsustainable rocket ship uptrend. And now, if this is a new support, now we're getting into a much more sustainable range of motion here. We're going to have some ups and downs, and we might have a period where it's going up. Maybe it's a period where it's kind of going down a bit, but this is much more doable. It's like the market has finally arrived at a place where it's not just crazy going up with no end in sight and people worried about, is it just going to turn around and crash the next day? It's very possible that things are going to be, quote, reasonable for a while. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the S&P 500 to see if there's any additional information to glean from here. The S&P also has a new support line possibly forming here. It's not really support yet because we really don't have three solid touches. We have two in a row here. I don't like to count that. I like to see three touches throughout the range rather than bunches of touches and then nothing for a long time. It looks like we're moving very close to that, which would create a definite solid support if it hits this line in the next few days. And it looks like it is definitely moving in that direction. However, if it does break through this potential support, the next real support is down here. Now, this one's a fairly solid support, although it hasn't been touched in quite some time, several months. But if it breaks through this, this would be the next logical area of support. That's a long drop. That's a good 11% drop or more, depending on where the market is in the next few days. If, however, it does bounce down to this support and we have strong volume on 2 or 3 days in a row of a bounce, now we're talking, that's a really good buy pick. So if the S&P 500 is going up, then a lot of stocks are also going up. Undoubtedly, this next week is going to further give us answers about where the market is headed. So stay with us and we will keep updating you.